There's things that you can control and there's things that you cannot control. The things that you can control is your effort. How much effort you put into the gig delivery, how much effort you put into the communication, and how well you deliver to the best of your ability. Things you can't control is how clients respond, right? Certain clients have different expectations. Certain clients are harder to work with than others. Throughout my journey, I've completed over 1,000+ orders, and some orders were easier and others were harder. And the ones, usually the hardest ones, were taught me the most. A lot of it comes down to delivery time, right? Like if you can deliver in a timely manner, clients will be happy. If you cannot deliver in a timely manner, some may not be happy. And I remember just, there was a delivery date that was due. I was nowhere near finished. And I was very uncomfortable with asking for an extension, but I felt like just me being transparent with what the current situation is, I requested an extension and the buyer was okay with it. So I think the biggest challenge in overcoming the challenge it's really internal. It's just overcoming certain habits that I've had. I don't like to ask for help. I don't like to extend deliveries, but sometimes if you want to have a good project, sometimes you have to put your ego aside and then request for help or request for extensions. Volume negates luck. If you have 10 clients, right? If you work really hard to acquire 10 clients, that one client giving you a problem isn't really gonna matter. But if you only have one client and that one client gives you a problem, that's 100% of all your problems. So volume negates luck. Try your best to make as many sales as you can, and just understand that, and try to zoom out. Try to zoom out. If this is your only client, it's a problem, and he or she's causing a problem, then it will be a big issue. But if you have a lot of clients, it's not a big issue. So try to expand and get more clients. No matter how prepared you are, challenges will always come. And how you handle these challenges is what separates a professional from an amateur. You want to be the professional. So let's look at some strategies that a professional would do when encountering some of these situations. If it's a miscommunication about a package or a service, compassion is the key. Your goal as the seller is to understand why and what the buyer is looking for, so you can tailor the solution to that. Remember that maintaining a positive tone while focusing on solutions can turn a potential conflict into a positive one. No matter what happens, your goal is to have a positive tone, even if the customer has a negative tone. Scope creep is a common challenge. Address it by clearly defining the scope of the work prior to the order. Your job as the seller is to clearly define what services you offer and what services you don't offer. Let the customer know that you don't offer certain services, so it's clear to both you and the buyer. Sometimes things may happen. You may have personal issues, the buyer may have personal issues, or the buyer may not just be a good buyer. These things happen. Life happens. Be transparent and inform your client of the earliest opportunity. Explain to them the situation, and honesty and professionalism is the best way to go about it. Remember, handling problems is part of the freelancer journey. I've handled a lot of problems when I started out, and I still handle problems. Empathy and integrity is the best way to overcome this issue. By mastering these skills, you're one step closer to becoming a top-tier freelancer.